Tony Bennett may have left his heart in San Francisco, but mine has always been right here on East 93rd Street in New York City. 'Cause no matter where else we lived in the world, this was always our block, the very first place we ever called home sweet home. Oh, I'm sorry. You probably don't even recognize me from this old photo my dad took the day of my bar mitzvah. I was only 12 at the time, and, well, you probably remember me better as an adult from all those movies my brothers and I, the Marx Brothers, made together. Boy, we sure had fun, and as far as I'm concerned, this is where it all started. I'm Harpo, and I'm standing here on the steps of our childhood home today asking for your help. See, the block the rest of the boys and I loved so much was what they call inadvertently left out of a boundary line known as the Carnegie Hill Historic District. It's an area that's protected from demolition on account of its history, and like I said, we were supposed to be in it. But you know politics. Nothing but nothing happens without a compromise, and it was our block that took the hit. Now, that wasn't such a big deal at first, because, well, who the heck would have thought knocking down these great old 19th century houses? I mean, these are the neighborhoods that give New York City its character. Or, as in our case, 5 characters. Well, they must have finally run out of space everywhere else in New York City, because suddenly, a couple of years ago, developers got it in their heads that they should just start knocking down houses on our block, pave over the green gardens that have been here for the birds and things for almost 150 years, and build fancy schmancy condos in their place. Oi! I thought we had learned better by now. Guess not. Anyway, so now our childhood home and every other house on this great block is threatened by demolition unless the New York City Landmarks Preservation Commission does what it should have done years ago, and that's to extend the boundary of the historic district one block east to include what folks here like to call Marx Brothers Place. Otherwise, any one of these great old places could be razed to rubble overnight, no questions asked. And it's already happening. So we gotta do something, and we gotta do it fast before our whole childhood block is gone. Now, my son Bill, he's a real good boy. He already wrote to the commish asking him to extend the historic district. But I guess in New York City, with all that loud jackhammering all day long, you need about 1,000 more people to yell really, really loud all at once in order to be heard over all the construction noise. Nah, don't worry. I won't ask you to do that, 'cause you know how I feel about talking in public. I stopped doing that long ago, and I sure wouldn't ask you to do something I wouldn't do myself. But what I will ask you to do is to write to the commish and to Mayor Bloomberg, who I get a funny feeling is the same exact mayor who was in office way back when this picture was taken me. And let both those guys know you want the city to protect Marx Brothers Place. We can't have these people tearing down our history. It just ain't right. So we'd be awfully grateful if you wouldn't mind clicking on the link. All you gotta do is cut and paste the message and send it along to the commish and the mayor today, before they let these guys demolish the rest of our childhood block. Sheesh! You turn your back for 1 minute and it's all gone. Please don't let that happen. Please help us save Marx Brothers Place today for a better New York City tomorrow. And while we're at it, you mind asking them guys to officially co-name the block? They're taking longer than David Letterman took to pop the question, and believe me, that's long. Now, I don't want to honk my own horn or nothing, but co-naming the block would make an awful lot of folks awful happy. And, well, these days, folks sure could use something to cheer 'em up, don't you think? Now, at the end of this here little movie of ours, the girls will give you all the info and links and stuff that you need to help us out, okay? And if after that you still want to know more, just Google Marx Brothers Place. You'll find plenty. And you'll also see that a whole lot of big shots have already gone to bat for us. Yeah, they've been real good to us. Always have been. There's my son, of course, and a whole mess of his cousins, aunts, and the rest of my family. And then there's Woody Allen and Bob Weide and, a whole crew of them guys. So like I said, just Google Marx Brothers Place. You'll see. They're all there. And thanks for your help. It really means a lot to us. Oh, wait! Just one more thing before I forget. How's about not letting anybody know you actually heard me talking? You mind? I'd be really grateful if we could just keep that our little secret. See, most folks, they still think all I can do is honk. And, well, that gets me out of a whole lot of speaking engagements, which I happen to find the real pain in the... Well, you know what I mean. So if it's all the same to you, I'd consider it a real swell thing if you could just keep that one under your hat. Thanks. Now don't forget to wait for the info and the web links at the end here. And whatever you do, please don't forget to click on the link and write the commish. See you at the movies.